Live from the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, this is Iowa Live.
Oh, we love this time of the week because you know we're going to spend a little time with the Blank Park Zoo. Nikki Dunbar is joining us in studio with us. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
We are going to learn a little bit about what's going on at the Blank Park Zoo and also a little bit about our newest and bestest friend who has joined us here today. Who is this?
This here is Ima.
Ima.
Ima is an 11-year-old hognose snake.
Okay.
Yes.
Now tell us about hognose snakes. What do we need to know about Ima?
They really are amazing creatures. The western hognose snake, which she is here, is a species found only in North America, and they call the prairies their home, which are pretty hard to find these days. So we don't see this snake very often. They're a pretty rare find. Out in the wild, they spend a lot of time hiding under grasses. They spend most of the time on the ground or they burrow into the ground.
Okay.
So hognose comes from the scale on her nose there that kind of looks a little bit like a hog's nose, and that special scale helps her dig into some looser soil and stuff like that.
So would we have these in Iowa? Would hognose snakes be around Iowa?
Yes.
To be honest with you, you may have seen a hognose snake and not know it's a hognose snake.
Yeah, to the untrained eye, their coloration actually looks similar to a lot of other snakes, including things like rattlesnakes.
Right, exactly. That was my whole point. Yeah.
Yes, okay. It can be safe for, keeping them safe, thinking others or that they might come off as a rattlesnake will usually protect them, but to us that kind of scares us a little bit. But no need she's actually she doesn't have a rattle. She's technically venomous though. She has rear fang venom, so if she latches onto her prey, she'll be able to inject that venom that way. Yeah. It's not enough to worry about hurting us.
So you want to leave these snakes alone. If you come across them in your yards or if you're doing something, leave them alone because they're a benefit to the environment.
Yes, they eat a lot of smaller animals that we might find to be an annoyance to us. So it actually is really nice to have snakes around, and they are a very important part of the food chain. So yeah, it's best to leave things wild and leave them where they lay, right?
All right, exactly. So really cool. Ima, and you're wondering how she got her name?
I actually don't know how she got, but I would say it's...
Okay. No, we asked her what her name was, and she says, Ima Snake, right? Okay, there you go. That's how Ima got her name. Now, let's talk about classes, because education is so important when it comes to animals, and you're educating the youngsters.
Yes.
Talk about what the zoo is doing.
Yeah, we actually start out with ages 1 and go all the way up, but for our early childhood classes, which just started actually, we offer a bunch of different classes. So polywogs for really little youngsters, 1 to 2 years old, and then we have zoo tots, zoo chefs for 3 to 4. And then for 5 to 6, we have our zoo juniors and our zoo chefs there as well. So we have lots of classes happening pretty much every day of the week, including weekends and some evenings too.
Right. What would the real young kids, what would they be doing? You said that you start as young as 1. What kind of activities would they do?
For a lot of it is actually self-exploration there. They're getting to explore that world around them. So it's a lot of exposure to animals, different textures, colors, shapes, all that sort of stuff.
Okay, and also we want to talk a little bit about ZooQuest and Schools Out Safari. What are those things? Those sound fun.
Yeah, those are some new things that we have coming up. So ZooQuest, ages 9 to 12 on select days in October, November, and December. It's all kind of mystery, STEM themed as well. So we have a lot of activities for them to do in the evening. And then for Schools Out Safari, that's a very similar idea, but it's going to be the full day instead.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, so October is a certain age group, November is a different age group, and then in January it'll be a third age group there. So be sure to check out the website and look at all those details and make sure you find which one works best for you.
All right, so that's coming up here real soon. September is going to be over before you know it. And speaking of October, while you're at the website, look at that. Get the information on Night Eyes. That was a perfect timing. Thank you, website, for playing along with us there. So all that is available. That website that we're looking at right now, what is that website?
This is blankparkzoo.com. Nice and easy. You can type it in and we'll get right there right away. If you want to check out our education programs, head over to the education tab and you'll find everything you need to know under children and families.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Nikki.
Yeah,
Thank you, Ima. And I'm going to see you tomorrow here on Iowa Live.